49% of Canadians are saying right now that we are having too many immigrants in this country. So let's open the debate. Immigration is good for this country, but I don't want Canadians to be against immigration. I want us to be sure that people who are coming here, they are coming for the right reason.
Guangdong province in southern China, home to 100 million people, and known to investigators as the world's factory. Here, Chinese transnational crime groups use factories to create chemicals, narcotics, counterfeit goods, and products for illegal export. All of this facilitated by the casinos, VIP gamblers, and organized crime junket lending operators who lend money to VIP gamblers in Macau in the west. And in Hong Kong in the east, by banks, financial firms, and law firms that provide services to global criminals. The factories churn out methamphetamine and the chemical precursors for fentanyl. They are then transported around the world by ship or plane via criminally controlled international shipping routes. The drugs and chemicals go to the West Coast drug dealing networks with connections in Vancouver and Calgary. The money from drug dealing is laundered in the casinos first, where the VIP gamblers from China are gambling. Then, from the casinos, cash and checks go into underground banks in Vancouver, which send the money back to banks in Hong Kong and Guangdong, China. Hong Kong law offices transfer the cash to offshore shell companies in Panama, the British Virgin Islands, or the Cayman Islands, which can then get routed back to underground banks and law firms in Vancouver. And that laundered money is used to buy luxury real estate there. The laundered money that remains in China goes back into criminal-controlled Guangdong factories to make more chemicals and counterfeit goods to ship to Vancouver and elsewhere around the world, including Australia. And the cycle continues.
It's easy to try and scare people into voting for you. It's easy to try and say something that's going to pit a neighbor against a neighbor. And if you do it in a sneaky way and use coded language, maybe you won't get called on it by the majority. Maybe you'll get to slip it through.
So if Chinese call Prime Minister Trudeau Little Potato Head, do we have to call him Mr. Potato Head? No, that's Prime Minister Potato Head.
Justin Trudeau is always saying, diversity is our strength. And that's not the case. It's what unites us. It's our strength. That's the case. You build a country with people who share the same values.